Good evening, everybody. Right, hang on. Sort me light out here, hang on. Let's see which is better. Okay. So that might be better. But not a lot. Anyway, okay, so we're going to be taking a look at hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we're taking a look at Cubasis and getting creative with loop based recording. Okay, so a good way to break writer's block is this, because it forces you into a situation where you're recording loops, and you only want to be limiting yourself as well to 4 or 5 tracks and a 4-bar loop, and then you can arrange the loops however you like. But it's good. So I just started with this dead basic drum pattern from the Classic Machines collection, the Synth V, and I'm going to add some bass in as well. So I'm going to go with Midi, and you can use any instruments you like, of course. I'm going to use some from Microlog factory. We could use an R preset. Let's see. So hang on. So that's nice. So playing one key straight away. The idea here is don't get too bogged down with what you're doing. You're trying to get creative. You're trying to do something that you haven't really thought of. The absolute picture is terrible, isn't it? I don't know why. Looks all right. It might be my computer screen. Hang on. Oh, yeah, it's probably my computer screen. Probably looks okay. Don't matter anyway. So what we want to do is we just want to build on this 4-bar loop here. So we're just going to hit our metronome. I've got a 2-bar counting set up in Cubasis, so I'm just going to hit this. If anyone wants to jam along, I'm going to be playing C. So right. So what will happen is it'll fire off that arpeggio when it comes back round. Oh, okay. Thanks, Colin. Thank you, folks. See, with very little effort now, we've got something that actually sounds pretty good. It sounds all right, you know. Okay, so I'm going to be doing quite a few different loops. So I'm not just going to work on this one loop. I'm just going to make a bunch of. In fact, if we go to our media and we go see where it is, this is actually what was originally that Pure Synth Platinum one. So I'm just going to rename this, and I'm just going to call this loop 1. Okay, so we can, give ourselves something to work with, and then we can make another one. So again, that's fine. That's absolutely super-duper. I'll just add another MIDI track now, and we'll add some strings in, or some sort of pad sound to go over that 4 bars. Now, the good thing is if you can, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be 4 bars. It could be 8 bars. It could be 16 bars, 30. It doesn't matter. But the idea is that you set yourself a target and go, right, okay, I'm going to make some loops. And honestly, you'll find that you'll come up with something that's quite interesting that you probably would never have come up with before, and that's key. If you're like me, I do this every single day. So it's hard to come up with stuff that's different, although most of my stuff sounds relatively the same. It's because it's me, but you still have to come up with different things all the time. And writer's block can be a real thing, but if you do certain things or just go and dive in, it doesn't matter whether you keep it or not in the end. It doesn't, it's just music. It doesn't matter. It might be brilliant. It might be absolutely crap. If it's great, you can keep it. If it's shit, you can go, right, that's going, you know what I mean? So then you just carry on. So let's add another MIDI track, and let's add in, we'll stick with this for now. Let's go and see what sort of pads we've got going on down here. I'll show you a cool thing you can do with multiple ARPs as well, since we're on the ARPs thing. But I'm going to go with, let's see, factory patch presets. And we've got some really nice string pad sounds in here. That's lovely. Let's use that, shall we? Now, our bass note is C. So we could either play in C minor or C major or A minor or D minor. It really doesn't matter. We're just going to have a mess around and see what happens. So we can turn that off because we've got our drums. Let's start with a C major, F, G, A, B flat. Okay, that sounded okay. Let's start with E flat. B flat, F. Better. Let's record that next time it comes round. So E flat, B flat, F. Let's do something with the filter. Actually, no. Let's do something with the oscillator. Let's add another one in, and let's do it. Just do a little lead line. That sounds alright. So basically a sequence type thing. Okay, so what we can do now is we can start to arrange this little loop. You get the idea, right? So it sounds all right. It's not brilliant, but it's something, right? It's something that you've done. But we can do things like, okay, let's, well, we could select the whole lot, right? So just to make life easier for us, select it all and then just go copy and paste. And then we can copy and paste it again. In fact, we'll copy and paste it 4 times just for logic. Paste, and here we have our 4, and then we can kind of sort of, now this is, don't forget, this is only 4 tracks. It's dead basic stuff, so you don't want your lead to come in really straight away. So doing it like this, we could have the drums and the ARP in first, and they could stay in all the way through, and then maybe with the we'll just select these 2 here for now and erase those. And then definitely for this one, we can erase that. And now as a little arrangement thing, it sounds like this. And then from there you could just carry on. That's actually not too bad, but you could just carry on arranging. Let's make a new one. I'll say new project. Let's call this Loop 2. And I don't have to be. We won't. One. Oh, I'm back. It's because I started a new project. Right. We definitely don't need to keep doing it at 120. Let's change this time. Let's do something a bit more ambient. Let's run this down to, say, I don't know, 90 BPM might be quite nice for this. And of course, let's add a MIDI channel. Let's go with our, I think our classic machines again for this. I'm gonna open this up here and choose classic machines, and this time maybe one of these special effect ones. Oh, hang on a sec. The comps. So these are quite good for this kind of old computer rhythm type. Is quite good for ambient. So what we need to do is first of all kind of decide. So with this one, let's make it a little bit longer, shall we? Let's make it an 8-bar loop. Okay, so we've got 8 bars to be playing with, and let's see what we can do. Let's just switch our metronome on and go to our, let's go to loop and open up our instrument. Now, the cool thing is with the classic machines, you have also as well the ability to just, so you have the you can just have it triggering in time. Or you can of course switch this off and just play it in, you know. But I think 7, thanks Colin. Cheers matey. That would have been quite interesting. Right, okay, so we've got 8 bars now, thanks to Colin, not 7. So let's do this, shall we? Let's hit our record and just let's hit this and have that kick drum come in like that. So it'll come in after 2. My stomach's rumbling. Right, so we've got that now. We can just stop record for a moment and just have a change up the resolution. So we're on 1.8 now. It tells you what it is here anyway, but you know. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Jim. Right, thank you very much. Let's see. So we got some closed hats. But I think we should duplicate this channel like this. Let's remove the kick here because it's doubling up on the thing. And what we can do now is we can add in, because I want to put some big reverb on this kick sort of thing, because it's kind of going to be ambient. So with this one, we'll just do the same thing. We'll just let that record in. And we can, if we want to, we can change this on the fly. So if it's like, if we're playing like this, you can change and it will record your changes for you. So we'll give that a whirl, shall we, with a little bit of what's it. But we'll do this closed. This is your volume, by the way, you mix. So I think that's actually okay. So, oh, look at that. Look. Anyway, maybe Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right, let's record that. You can start it and hold it if you want to wait. It's pretty cool, isn't it? This is. I like this. See? That's good. Now we've got this ratcheting thing going on. And switch this off. I can now, if I want, I could put like the snare in here now as well. So now we've got this little cool kind of drum pattern going on. Stop that. I'm going to put some reverb on here, but just for the sake of time, I will just use the send effect. No, I won't, because that sounds absolute crap. I'm going to use, let's use Black Hole, shall we? Ye olde faithful. Hopefully this will sound... Okay, it sounds okay. Recording the drums this way is okay if you want it kind of fixed. Okay, so let's see. We want some kind of. I'm thinking some sort of. I can turn a metronome off now as we have our drum pattern. Some sort of again, some sort of ambient pad type thing. I couldn't use an AUV3, so with it being kind of ambient type thing, we could use something like let me just see. There's loads of stuff to choose from, isn't there? Too many to choose. I think something like Apparillo. That should be at the top, shouldn't it? Apparillo. It is. Something like Apparillo might be nice, but we'll go and find. Let's open it full screen. We'll actually go and find a kind of a nice sound maybe. So what's this? Oh yeah. Yeah, something like that. Like I said, I don't want to spend too long. Something really bassy. And this time I'll use an A. And just sustain that note all the way through. So. That sounds really, really good. now we want something else ethereal to go over the top of that. So let's add something else. Let's add another MIDI track. Let's see what we've got. See what we've got going on. Let's add another audio unit. I know what I want. And what we're going to do, we're going to do a really cool piano one in a minute as well. It's really brilliant. I tell you, you'll love this. And it's another great way of using loop-based recording as well. It's really cool. Right, anyway, so we're going to, let's see, there's a sound that I want in Synthmaster 1, I think it's in. One of my favorites of all time, which I actually haven't used for a while. Let me open up the browser and go to Synth here, and I think it's in Reed Instruments. It's the only one. It's the best lead sound ever designed. Let's turn it down a little bit in the mix. Now the key is with Ambient, of course, is the last thing you want to be doing is playing fast. Okay, and this is a big issue for me. I tend to get carried away and want to play a million notes a minute. And to be fair, it's not. It sounds terrible at the end. You know, you think to yourself, God, why did you do that? Because like it takes away the actual. So practice the art of restraint. That's the key. Be restrained. Right, so let's see. Let's do this. Let's give ourselves a count in. We'll get a count in anyway. Oh, no, let's just play it and see what happens. I want to just have a practice, right? Oh, yeah. Another thing as well is creative use of the pitch bend wheel, which I do quite a lot. So I know you can't see it, but if you're playing at the end of a phrase, or even if it's slow, drag down on the pitch bend wheel and let go of the key, and you'll get that beautiful kind of drop. Or go the opposite direction, so. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. So let's do this. Let's do this counting again. So you see that for what it is, other than adding ornaments like effects and stuff, that's fine. That's fine for that. But the key would be in the arrangement part of this. So on a more sensible level, we could like just hit select here and select all of these to start with. And again, we're just gonna, let's make sure we're highlighted up here. Copy and paste this a bunch of times, you know. Now, you know, you can paste as much as you like and then you can start to arrange. But for definite, for the first three of these, right, so for these three, I don't want anything in there. So let me just undo this. I just want to erase those three. And then maybe even as a thing this time, I just want the drums to come in on the second one. Now, in the real world, you could have this go on for much longer, especially if it was like an ambient piece you were making. You know, you don't need to be worrying about this. And then what we can definitely do is just select this one and erase it. And then we've kind of, but you can then go the other way sort of thing. So you could go like, let's just select all of these. And then let's like make sure we're highlighted on the top one, copy, paste, paste, paste. On this one where it's in full here, then you can start to reduce it back down to maybe the kick or just these drums or just appareo. So let's just take this back down to being appareo. So let's select. So there's the full mix there. You'd have the full mix maybe go on for longer. In the real world, of course, you can stretch it right out there. But let's select for this time when it starts to go back down. We're just going to take out this like that. So we'll just, where we go, erase this one, and actually we're going to erase those as well because we don't need them anymore. Because this would be longer normally. And then we can do the same thing here. So we can select this here. And then let's do that and this. And take them out. Oh no, I'm going to leave this one in, right? So this is going to be slightly different. So on this one, I'll select this one. And I'll just take that one out for there. So that's gone. And then for this last one here, I'll make sure I'm still on select. I'll take out everything bar the appareo. So as an arrangement now, this would sound like this. Take it off loop. Your thing. Okay. Let's do another. Let's do one more, shall we? Let's do one more. I want to do this piano thing. So we'll go new project. We have loop 1 and loop 2. So I'll do new project and we'll call this loop 3. Loop 3. Okay. And we'll just wait. Oh, so it's still stayed connected. Excellent stuff. Right. Okay, so this time we shall add no drums, and we're just going to add a MIDI. We could use piano than that. I think I'm going to use, oops, not that one. Let's go with this. Let's go with maybe audio. Let's go with pure upright. I'm really into that at the moment. Oh no, hang on a minute. I know what we're going to use. We're going to use lo-fi tape because this is great. Now with this one, I'm going to just select me sound. Hang on a minute. So we're going to use, let's find it. Let's go. Yeah, okay, so it's either this one I'm going to use or this one's going to be better for what I want. So, and I'm not going to put any effects on it or anything just yet. And this time we'll just do an 8-bar loop. Make sure it is 8 bars, Colin, just in case you're checking. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to record some stuff. However, I'm personally not going to use, you can use quantize if you want. Actually, for this, it doesn't really matter, because I'm really just genuinely playing something like something super simple. So yeah, something really easy. I'm gonna, let's see, what's the tempo like? Too fast. Let's slow this down. So again, for this I'm gonna stick with, I'll do 100 BPM or thereabouts. So let's go back to this. Let's make sure loop is switched on, and going to do is we're going to duplicate this. We'll duplicate it 3 times. Now what's going to happen is just going to be louder. So we shall just make sure our volumes are turned down a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so now we've basically got the same thing 3 times. And what we're going to do is we're going to put different delays on each of these pianos, which are all playing exactly the same thing. And you'll see, it's epic. You'll get some really, really cool stuff. And again, this is something that you wouldn't normally do very often, right? You wouldn't think, oh, I'll do that. I'll just duplicate everything and put different delays on. But this really works well, if you take the time, but we'll see. So first one, let's put in here in our first one, in insert effects. Let's go to add an effect. You can be as creative as you like. I'm going to find, I wish I had a what's it for this. So on one of them you might just want like a reverb, but we'll put Please Telly on this first one, and now we'll play it. So this is just so let's mute that, and on this one let's put in something like a Kajita. Let's see if I can find that. Thanks, Dave. Let's see, I'm going to try and find, I think it's called Kajita K. wet mix. Let's go with an insert effect, and this time we'll just add one of the internal effects. So let's see what's going on here. No sync. And now you've got this wash of reverb, you know. And I think that sounds really nice. Now you just more or less hearing just the delays from the first two. And then to finish it off, on the master channel, you could put we've just put like a black hole in there, but you could make it kind of less obvious so the piano punches through a bit more if you wanted to. So there you go, guys. There's some creative things you can do just with loops. Simple loops. It doesn't even matter. You can try this kind of thing with drums as well. It sounds really good, especially if you try to wash it all out at the end. You know, so it's creating... You're creating a unique texture. Like, for instance, if we do this... Now you're just creating this massive wash of sound that sounds brilliant. I think it sounds great, personally. So that's a really good way to do this, because all you've done is created one track and then just duplicated it. You can go on and on. You could duplicate as many times as like, or you could go in and maybe adjust a few MIDI notes here and there. You know, you're kind of not limited. It's your imagination once you start. But the thing is sometimes that people, you know, they think, oh, I haven't got any ideas. What can I do? This happens to me. You know, sometimes I don't decide. I was going to do a machine tutorial tonight, But I thought, oh, I need to, what I want to do on machine next is it's quite advanced, so I need to really understand what it is. So I thought, well, I'll do this instead. And I thought, well, what am I going to do? And I thought, well, I'll just do some loop stuff and try, so it's, but you just got to. And also as well, if you switch all of these on, now, if you just hit one note, you hear how all those delays are interacting with each other. So I play one note on the MIDI keyboard, but having all three triggered at the same time. How brilliant is that? Seriously though. And that's unique. Nothing else in the world. That's just this. You couldn't do that because it's all these different delays. So I'm going to play around with this cool piano. Oh, and of course you can go in and change the sound if you want to. I mean, and Kajita is already a multi-tap delay, And you could go even crazier if you wanted to. We could put, say, like after that black hole, let's add in a bleach shimmer, which is really cool. So if we go in here, find bleach shimmer. Check this now. All those delays are getting shimmered as well. Anyway, guys, listen, I'm going to close the microphone. We'll say ta-ra to each other. I'll just play around with the sound, not the track. And brilliant. Bless you all. Thank you very, very much for joining me. Thank you for the super chat as well. It is very, very much appreciated by both me and Joe. And hopefully, if not tomorrow, I might have tomorrow evening off. I don't know, but if not, I will be back. Definitely be back on Monday. But you never know. You never know how I feel, because sometimes I just think, oh, I know, I'll just stream. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you all later. Ta-ra! Don't forget to strike the like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll play this for a couple of minutes, and I'll see you all later. Ta-ra!